Prestige estates have raised about 612 crores via QIP, which was oversubscribed about 1.5 times. Irfan Razak, promoter and CMD of the Prestige Group, joins us on the show from Bangalore. Thanks very much, Mr. Razak, for taking out the time to speak with us. Who are the major funds that have taken shares of the company in the recent QIP?
There have been several institutional funds, both from the US and Asia, including sovereign funds. So the QIP has gone off well, and like you rightly said, it was oversubscribed. The allocation of shares is done, and we've managed to pool in 612 crores at 245 rupees per share.
Right, Mr. Razak, good morning. Nikunj Dalmi also joining in. Let's talk about the latest announcement from the market regulator, SEBI, REITs. REITs soon will be a reality. How will that change life for the Indian real estate sector, and how will that change life for Prestige?
Yeah, REITs is long awaited. I think it's a fantastic initiative from the government to announce REITs. In fact, we've been having a lot of debate on how REITs will pan out for Indian real estate. Basically, it will affect those developers who have been in the commercial realty space. This will allow us another avenue to, sort of dilute our stake in the commercial real estate that we've got for rental, as a rental portfolio, and allow the smaller investors to get into the space and enjoy the benefits of getting a dividend as rental income. Or rental income through dividend, plus appreciation on the value of the asset itself. And I believe this will be a game changer. It will change the way commercial real estate is being developed. It will change the way the commercial real estate is going to be managed. In fact, what you will see over a period of time, there's no miracle, it's not going to happen overnight, but over a period of time, what you're going to see is smarter, healthier looking developments, buildings, which are going to be owned and managed by these REITs. So the overall, the look and feel and the maintenance of these buildings will be far, far superior, and hence the landscape of our urban centers will definitely change for the better.
So Razak, REITs globally is a very successful product. It's a product which global builders have monetized very successfully. But the challenge for India could be that there is no tax advantage or tax clarity if you buy into REITs. If REITs or the income on REITs would be treated as business income, then that really limits the ability of that instrument.
No, I think that the clarity will come. It is bound to come because the government is committed to see the REIT becomes a success. Right now, the finance minister has announced that the tax will be a pass-through. I believe now that the dividend that will come in, which will come in the hands of the receiver, will be taxed, and the entity will not be taxed. That's the intent of the government. I think with that, it is an advantage. I don't see any disability now to do REITs. A few more things need to get sorted out, ironed out, which will happen in a short period, because the government also has moved with alacrity. The finance minister has made his announcements. SEBI has announced the rules. In fact, another good thing is even the threshold from 1,000 crores has been brought to 500 crores. That means a lot more assets can come into REITs. And I think any beginning always has its a little bit of teething trouble, but it gets ironed out, and the beginning has been made, and I believe it's a great beginning.
How much of your business comes from leasing, and how much will you look to list?
See, currently we are targeting our leasing business to be around 800 crores, including our retail assets. So it's office and retail. I think probably we are one of the few developers in this country who's got a mixed bag of rented office space, IT space, plus retail assets. So all of this, when I give you the number of 800, it's also the assets that are under production, which will start yielding in the next year or two. So that's where the entire game will change, because once you have such a big pool of rental assets, which is going to be a reality in the next couple of years, I believe that then monetizing it will be quite a big win for the company.
The most important market for Prestige Estates is still the Bangalore market. And the good bit of news here is that IT companies are confident of their business plans and they are planning to hire more. They've given us, strong wage hike as well. Will that translate into real demand in Bangalore?
In fact, the demand is pretty robust. And I'm very pleased to tell you that whatever ready assets that we have are completely leased out. Now we are actually trying hard to see how we can get a new set of buildings ready as soon as possible. In fact, some of them which are even under production, which are quarter way or halfway through, are fully committed, and that is a great situation. I mean, we have not seen a situation like this before, and that tells us not only for our company, for the entire market. Now we are getting from a state of where we had space to lease out into a no space to lease out. Which is a pretty healthy situation. So demand is outstripping the supply, and the supply is drying up very fast, and the rents also getting pushed up, which is a good side, positive side.
In terms of earnings, Mr. Razak, you had a good Q1. Are you looking to raise guidance for the full year?
I mean, guidance is given at the beginning of the year, having a certain strategy, and I believe when we thought of the guidance, we had already factored in all the positives that are going to come, and we've given quite an aggressive guidance. We don't want to get too excited in increasing the guidance, but looking at how things are panning out, as usual, we may exceed our guidance, or we should exceed our guidance.
You're sounding much more confident, so obviously there is a lot of scope for you to beat your guidance. I'm just trying to connect the dots here.
Yeah, it's there, you see, but it's a quarter on quarter. We need to see and take it step by step. We have to be confident. We have to be positive. The mood is positive, that is for sure. And I believe this will be a good year again.
Mr. Razak, very quickly on the debt side, given the funds that you've raised via QIP, are you looking to retire debt, and if so, how much?
Now, see, the money that we raised from the QIP is more for growth capital. It's more to see that all our capex projects are funded and then the rental portfolio increases. And there are a lot more new opportunities that we are looking at with the announcements made by the central government, talking about smart cities, talking about because see, we operate in the south. Now we have 2 new states in the south. So these are all opportunities that are there, and I think we need to capitalize on the opportunities and see that the company grows to the next level. Debt as per se, I think within the company it's perfectly under control. It is very much within the limits and parameters that we should have, and I don't think we should rush to retire debt, because then the entire operations of the company should be a mixture of internal accruals, extra capitalization plus debt. So it has to be a combination of all three. And I think we should not be much too worried about the debt in the balance sheet, which is very much under control. And moreover, 60% of that debt is more the lease rental discounting that is there. So the lease rent that comes is going to pay off the debt. So there's no even further stress to either service the interest or service the loans or repayment.